What it do, ski? It's your boy Farewell34, and today I'm here with a partial reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 9. How's it going, everybody? So, just full disclaimer in advance, I was watching and enjoying good old Buffy the Vampire Slayer about 20-something odd minutes into the episode, and then, lo and behold, my power went and shut off. You know, it happens from time to time. Always unfortunate, but at least on a positive note, I didn't finish the whole entire episode, so I'm just going to continue right about where I finished off. I'll talk about what I had seen previously. It was about 20 minutes or whatever of footage. So there's this school fair, and I actually really like what they've done so far, and they're continuing on this thread of Buffy just feeling, you know, anxious about life, adulthood, and I actually had paused it and I made a comment, or, you know, one of the comments I think that I made that stood out was, it wasn't until Buffy started making references to what is she going to do in the future, what are her friends going to do, that I didn't even think about what are they going to do after high school or later down the line or the future. So I'm just so stuck in this moment of them in high school continuing out and watching their adventures, and that I hadn't even considered what's going to go down in a few seasons or, you know, in their own lives after the fact. So I thought that was really interesting that this episode's bringing that up and addressing that, and she's anxious and she's sort of lashing out a bit here at Giles. We saw her as he's sort of pressing her a bit, and I also Angel also swooped in, and now they're having this cute date that's they're supposed to go skating. So yeah, I feel like they're really taking their time with this one, showing her in these different settings how she acts with Angel, how she acts with Giles, how she acts with her friends, and how she handles you know, the pressure of being the Slayer, and that's really one of the highlights to this episode so far. Like that, we also see Drew, Spike getting some screen time. Such a chaotic duo, those two. I swear to God, very chaotic. So yeah, they're assembling these Drulac demons or whatever. We visited his tomb, and Buffy's mom is notably in LA. Yeah, those are pretty much it. Oh, also Seth Green. I said I noticed his name on the title sequence, so I made the guess. I'm like, oh, Seth Green. Maybe with this whole idea of Willow's paper not being in there for the school festival, for the career fair, maybe Seth Green's character, I don't know his name, took the paper trying to get her attention because he's sort of like interested in who she is. That wasn't the case. I believe she got selected for this program because she's so gifted and smart. So that's pretty much the highlights so far, the Spark Notes version of it. So yeah, continuing on from this point forward for the rest of the episode. So sorry again. I know we did the bonus video just yesterday, whatever it was, as the extra upload, and this was supposed to be this week's video. Double it up next week to sort of balance out the half of this missing. Again, somebody did tell me this before. I am seriously, because this has happened like twice in the past, I think this year, where the power's gone off. Gonna have to find some sort of like circuit debreak or some shit to make this all work. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and full unedited raw reactions for the series and this journey and other series that I'm watching in the description down below. Yeet.
Unless we can preempt their plans by learning what's in the book before they do.
She should go. You know, gather her strength.
There may be fierce battles ahead.
She's like, I'm out.
But ho-hos are a vital part of my cognitive process.
She got a date night. Yeah, skating. Not very prominent, but like definitely did it a lot earlier, like ages like 6, 7, 8, 9. Just because it was a part of like elementary school, like every winter we'd go like 2 or 3 times. But I ain't doing this shit. I'm already aloof and uncoordinated. Skating was a challenge, but skiing, oof! I fuck up those hills. Except for that one time when I fell and nearly died 2 years ago. Fucking Undertaker. Oh, and the woman we saw earlier in the plane. Oh, yeah, that's what I also said. Really interesting how we saw that one sequence of Giles and Buffy in the daylight having a full-on sequence with, like, you can hear the background noise. Like, very rarely do we ever see that. I think that might have been, like, the first time we've seen them outside of the school area when they were, like, kind of running to the graveyard. Really interesting. Never really seen that in the series. I guess also because vampires, nighttime and shit. But also the woman's fit in the airplane. Fire. Love that. I was like, Angel, wait a second, that's not cute, fam. Yeah, I was literally gonna say she should cut his head off with the skates. I'll be sick.
You know what the ring means?
I just killed a Super Bowl champ.
I'm serious. It's not that.
What?
Well, she effects got a
touch me
little
when
better.
I'm like this.
I didn't even notice.
Maybe they could use some more development. She's about to fuck shit up.
I think the best thing we can do is to find a secure location.
Somewhere out of the way you can go until we decide on the best course of action. Unlike vampires, they have no earthly desires but to collect their bounty.
Get the job done.
They eliminate it. Where there's one, there will be another and another.
This is why you don't let him in the house, and why are the maggots turning into hands? What? And the fact that it's an unknown threat now, it could be anyone?
Try it.
Try what?
I was thinking, I'm like, if Willow and this guy started talking, Buffy might be anxious about, like, who is this guy? Where did he come from?
I just wish we knew where she was. Angel?
Alright, what are we doing? This music's a little too spooky for me, huh? Buffy needs a big hug right now. Things been a little rough for her.
Hey, Angel. I didn't recognize you in the dark there.
What do you mean? That's
What,
where he always is.
Don't be that way. I treat you vamps good.
I gave you the best
Everybody's
blood.
happy, right? Who sent who?
The Order of Taraka.
I haven't been in the loop.
Let's try again.
I love
the Order
this.
of Taraka.
So good.
Slayer.
Come on, man.
Angel, we go way back.
Spike.
Okay. He and that freaky chick of his are...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
When I get out of here, I'll do more than threaten.
Then I suggest you move quickly. The sun will be coming in a few hours.
You're about to get bodied, fam.
Xander?
I'm digging the soundtrack.
I
of
haven't
the
heard from
episode.
Buffy yet. Look, I think you should go to her house.
Willow,
Don't warn the tadpoles.
you all right? Fortunately, I think I may have found something finally.
You did?
I believe the purpose is to restore a weak and sick vampire back to full health.
A vampire like Drusilla?
You're really good at the guessing game the past 2 episodes. Save it, Angel and Drusilla.
Buffy!
We haven't seen the last demon yet. Or, actually, it's the other dude. The businessman.
Good day. I'm Norman Pfister with Blush Beautiful Skincare and Cosmetics. I was
Fucking
wondering
Norman.
if I might hit some free samples.
Free?
Ah! That's why they were so specific about what he does. Get out of bed, bro.
You must be number 2. You attacked me. Who the hell are you?
I'm Kendra, the vampire slayer.
What the fuck? There could be more than one Slayer? Now that's a naughty. And that was my reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 9, guys. So Kendra, lo and behold, isn't one of the 3. She is a vampire slayer. So that's an interesting note that I didn't even think of, because when I was initially watching the series, I had thought that there was, and see, that I guess that ties in with the idea of her like being the Slayer, and maybe there's other Slayers, maybe across the world, in different parts of each, like maybe each continent has it. And when we were with Angel initially, before they did the revelation that he was a vampire, I assumed that he was a different form or a faction of a vampire Slayer as well. But then once he came involved, it sort of just deaded that idea. But now we have Kendra, who's at least stating she's a vampire slayer, so that's interesting. Maybe I'm looking into it too much. But yeah, this episode was interesting. Again, they are really having Buffy go through it. She has her dating life. She's trying to, you know, hold her down while, you know, the stresses of being the Slayer is really weighing on her. Like, this is going to be a pretty crucial episode where we're developing Willow's finally meeting Seth Green's character, pushing again against, you know, just the tensions among the group. I wonder if they're going to go into Xander, because I kind of thought he was a little useless this episode, just making a lot of side banter. So maybe they're, and by some of his facial reactions, it almost looked like he was sort of acknowledging him sort of just not really doing much, and maybe him even being a little bit annoyed at that. And the idea of Drew regaining her strength. If she gets beat again, that's gonna be 4 for 4 where Spike dropped the ball, and he's probably gonna go full on start making some hectic plays, especially if he loses Drew. He's been showing a lot of affection for her. So yeah, I thought, actually, let me save this. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, and just Buffy just really going through it here. Having to look over her shoulder and just constantly have this fear, anxiety of, you know, I can really feel for her having to kill these demons all the time. Her future just sort of up and up. She doesn't really know what's gonna happen, especially when she's feeling really down and she has all these responsibilities. The past few episodes, that's been a common thread. Things have been tough for her. It's probably gonna take her a while to realize that she can have a regular life, a regular job. It's not gonna be one-to-one like another teenager that out of their school, but she's gonna have to learn to adapt with it. I mean, if now that we're introducing this idea of Kendra, I mean, maybe she might, and the ideas of her like she doesn't know how she's gonna be a slayer. See, and that makes sense because if there's these more powerful demons, her and Kendra might be buddy work together, stop the extra powerful demons, and then she might learn a lesson like, oh, maybe I can have a slayer life and a regular life. Guess she does also look older. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 9. That was my reaction video. What'd you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this one, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And, of course, if you guys are interested in getting the full Unedited Raw reactions and more, links in the description down below for that. Again, just super sorry for the first half of this video being dunzo. And the fact that it's a two-parter. Don't want to make you guys wait too long for that one, so I'll try and get that one up it's AP. But with that being said, guys, I will catch you all in the next one. Love you so much. Peace.